big news this week, man.
Oh my
Let's
god.
talk about it, dude. Daft Punk, they broke up, or I guess they're parting ways.
Do you want to say break up or parting ways? Because after what, 28 years or however long it was, 1993 to
Yeah, so they
2021?
started like 1993,
Yeah.
and then they're breaking up what, like, yeah, 2021. So yeah, like 28 years or so plus. I would say it's just I feel like they're just parting ways, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because when you think about like different bands and stuff, like yo, people just either break up or part ways. It doesn't even have to be like disagreements or anything like that. It could just be, hey, like I want to try something new. I want to do something different. Maybe it's something like that, or maybe they're just mad tired and they're just getting old.
That and it's just time, right? Like it's just like
Mm-hmm.
it's just time to let go, or it's just time to do something new.
Of
Like
course,
for example, like with Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and all. I'm not comparing the two,
of
obviously,
course, of course.
but like that's just like a prime example of just people who just like just want to do their own thing, right?
Exactly, man.
So like
Exactly.
yeah, shout outs to Daft Punk for giving us an amazing decades and decades of electronic and pop and dance music.
Like these guys are pioneers, man.
Yeah,
You know, like when you talk about like electronic dance music,
yeah,
back then in the 1990s, like no one was really listening to it. A lot of it was just underground.
yeah.
So
Rapes,
it's like it's a nice breath of fresh air to know that these guys are they did a lot for the
electronic
I
scene.
guess electronic scene for sure,
Yeah,
man. And not even just to talk about just electronic, like they really did a lot for the music scene. You know, they branched off into different genres.
genres.
They collaborated with a lot of different artists that you wouldn't think would
Huge names. Huge
collaborate
names.
with, especially for them being an electronic
Band.
style.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
know, like
So
what Kanye West,
the
fucking
weekend.
The Weeknd,
Um.
Pharrell, man. The list goes on. There's so
Oh
many
yeah, I
different.
forgot about that song.
Like I just love a lot of their rap when they collaborate with a lot of rap artists and stuff.
Mhm.
Like I didn't know, was it Stronger? I didn't.
Yeah.
All I knew it was a Kanye West song, and
Until
then yeah, until he found out like Daft Punk was actually like pretty much it
the
was
whole
pretty
thing.
much their whole beat. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the
it's
whole
just
thing.
Kanye West is just the wanted
Yeah.
to make it his own, I guess. But yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah.
I love
Also,
their shit.
also to touch on that, it's just like it's like a form of respect when someone
Flattery
else.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, when someone else from a different genre tries to take on your style of music and
Hmm.
they implement it into their own style,
Hmm.
like you would never like. Well, you would imagine it, of course, but like when you just add it to their own taste, it's just like refreshing, like you said earlier, or like
Exactly,
just
yo.
different. And yeah, it's just like what Black Skinheads was the song you said or no?
Well, Black Skinheads, obviously, Stronger too,
Yeah.
because Work It Faster, Make It Stronger, something like that.
Yeah.
Weekend, I didn't.
I feel it coming.
I feel it coming. Yeah, by Starboy,
Starboy, yeah,
Weekend.
Starboy, yeah.
Uh, and like just to mention, like yo, they did a lot, and they did a lot of different things too. Like who would think they would produce a whole Tron album for that Tron movie? I think it was the second Tron movie. They produced a Tron Legacy soundtrack, man, dude, and
Oh yeah, eh?
it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
Shit, that's crazy.
But
Yeah,
yeah, man, like they're great, man. They're awesome to listen to. I will always remember when they came out with Random Access Memories. I think that's a lot of people's like will remember them from. Obviously, you got if you talk about their older stuff, One More Time, you know,
it's a classic.
Faster, Better, Stronger,
Yeah,
Around the World, Digital Love. Like, there's a lot of different older stuff, but Random Access Memories, I think, made them more popular because they put themselves outside of electronic music and made it more like pop,
mainstream.
mainstream. Yeah.
There was a video on the internet going around on how Daft Punk broke down the sample for One More Time. Have you seen that?
I saw that, yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
pretty
like
dope,
it's
bro.
so talented, man. It's so awesome. You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't
Well,
think it would happen like that.
They're very creative with their shit, man. Like how they get their songs or
Yeah.
how they get their sounds. Like
Yeah.
they're mad creative.
And it's
gonna be
awesome. It's awesome the fact like all these artists that are coming up and rising are now going to sample more Daft Punk in form of respect,
hopefully, yo, hopefully.
just because they've paved the way pretty much, right?
hmm
And it's just awesome to think about. Like on my Instagram feed right now, I could just look at everyone who's doing music or wants to go into the music industry, talk about Daft Punk because they're so great, right?
Well, they're legendary, man. They're once again they're pioneers, and they worked a lot. They put their years in, yo, since 1993,
Yeah, beer time.
until like, and then like I would say like what When did Random Access Memories came out? I think that came out. Let me see, 2013.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
eh?
and there are so many good hits on there too. Like obviously, Get Lucky, Touch was probably one of my favorite
Oh
Daft Punk
yeah,
songs.
yeah.
Um, they have a lot of good songs on there, man.
See, the thing about this too is just like they were like awesome in the music scene. Obviously don't get me wrong, but like they made festivals. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like they just here help me out here. What I'm trying to say is just like like festivals. Like they're just like they made the mainstream festivals more entertaining per se.
Well,
But
when you think about just electronic music, as I said in the beginning, like a lot of it was underground. No
yeah,
one really went in there unless you knew someone about a rave, and then you go in and you popped ecstasy or whatever. But like, but obviously, like throughout the years, it evolved into something even bigger, you
hmm
know. And obviously, without Daft Punk, it wouldn't, it didn't, it wouldn't have got that big. Not, I wouldn't say it wouldn't have
it
got
would have
that big,
gotten that big, but like
but like they pushed it to another level,
yeah,
into more.
exactly.
They pushed it into like a more popular scene, a more cool hip
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cause like even the way they look, you know, with the masks and stuff that they have on their helmets, you know, you
Bro.
got Dead Mouse that does that,
Yeah,
Marshmello,
yeah. A lot of people.
Shami, Mala, like those guys just
Yeah,
they like to hide their identity, and obviously
yeah.
Daft Punk kind of like influenced them on that too, right?
That's crazy to think about. Like
Hmm.
Daft Punk wore those same masks for what, however many years is that?
Since 1993,
Yeah,
yo, like a year
and
a year after we were born.
you know, and we can't even wear a mask for a year. Like
Yeah.
think about think about it like that, yo.
The rich one.